welcome back to my channel. My name is Aaliyah. If you're new to this channel, thank you so much for clicking on this video, and if you're not new, welcome back. As you can tell by the title, today's video is going to be a little bit different, and it's going to be 5 steps to coming out of your settling era. Recently I have been in a creative funk. I have not been knowing what to post. That's why you can see I haven't posted in months, but I genuinely do want to be more consistent, but I was kind of tired of making like that fluffy content, which is fun to create, and it is my comfort zone, my comfort space, my safe space, which is fashion, makeup, self-care. All that stuff is definitely very close to my heart, but I wanted to create something that I feel would be more helpful and something that would have a little bit more substance and just hopefully like add value to you guys' lives. I personally found that these tips that I'm going to share with you today has helped me, and it's also things that I've just realized. I just feel like we're just realizing things. We're all just realizing things,
and everyone around me, we're all just like realizing things.
So hopefully you guys can find something in this video that would help you out and help you to start leveling up, because that is what this year is all about. We're supposed to get to our goals and get to all the things that we want out of life. So yeah, also if you see me looking down, disclaimer, I have actually put everything in my notes, okay, on my iPad. I'm getting on my Zoom, you guys, so I'm trying to keep it profesh and not just come off the dome. That way everything is organized and you guys can follow along easily. So if you're interested in seeing the 5 tips that I have and the 5 steps that I have done in order to come out of my settling era, then please keep on watching. So the first step to coming out of your settling era is to analyze what it is that you're settling on exactly. So you want to use your journal to write down everything that you feel you've been settling in different areas of your life, whether it be relationships, boundaries, diet, lifestyle, anything like that. Anything that you feel you've been struggling on or settling in, definitely write that down, because that way seeing it will help you really understand what it is that you need to fix, if that makes sense. That's what I started to do, and it can even be like you writing down your weaknesses and things that you want to work on, stuff like that. That can really help you see what it is that you need to start working on in your life. The second step to coming out of your settling era is to think about why it is that you're settling. Figure out if it's because of your environment, if it's because of trauma that you've been through, if it's because of you just being comfortable, if you feeling like you have self-doubt. Just really analyze why you feel like you're settling in these things. By writing these things down in your journal and really taking the time to sit back and reflect can help you as well, because that way you'll understand why it is that you're settling, and it'll be easier for you to kind of pick yourself up and come out of it and give yourself reasons as to why you shouldn't settle, if that makes sense. So the third step that I have done personally, and I feel is one of the most important parts, and it's gonna be the most enriching part of this non-settling journey, is to get to know yourself. Take yourself out on dates, figure out exactly what you like again, start listening to music and playlists that maybe you made years ago even, and start, getting back in tune with the person that you used to be, whether it be before you got into a place in your life that you are not the happiest in, or maybe before you got into a relationship. Even if you're not looking to end your relationship with whoever you're with, you still want to kind of get back to knowing yourself, because I've been in long-term relationships and I know that sometimes it's hard to get lost in the sauce. You start feeling like you become a little bit more like that person, or you guys become kind of like this bunch together type of entity. But it's important to really stay true to yourself and still have that individuality even when you're in a relationship. So that's what I've been doing. Now that I'm newly single, I've just been finding who I am again, who I used to be. I've been even tapping into the person that I used to be years ago, just to kind of get that inspiration back, because I do feel like as we get older, we also lose that touch of who we are, just because of things that go on in the world, current events, just all types of stuff really influence us, social media, to kind of come away from who we are individually. I found that looking back at the things that I used to like when I was younger has actually reminded me of those things that really set me apart. Like it's okay to be yourself. You don't have to follow the crowd. You don't have to follow what everybody else likes, you know? It gives you this newfound level of confidence too, because it's like, I know myself. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. I'm not going to try to do this just because X, Y, and Z is doing it and because social media is telling me this is not the right way to be. You know, it just really helps you build confidence, and also, like I said, helps you realize like, I'm that girl. Like, I'm not going to settle for something that I never once liked before. Why am I settling for it now? So I think that's why it really matters. You know, you want to take yourself out on dates just to feel comfortable with being in your own skin, you know, instead of going out at night with your friends or going out just because you feel like you don't want to be in the house by yourself, but you're really exhausted. Maybe take that time to like do self care, you know, keep yourself in the house. It's a good way to stop spending money too. So that's just the things that I've been doing too to keep myself leveled and grounded, to just be okay with being alone, because I do feel like it gets harder as we get older. Probably not used to it. We're probably used to being around people all the time, whether it be from it being in school or different jobs. You're used to seeing the same people every day. But I feel like as we get older, it kind of becomes more of like a lonesome journey, especially if you're single, you're not dating anyone. That type of thing can be, it can be little difficult. So what we want to do is just reel it back on in, so that way we can really pour into ourselves. Also, comment down below and let me know if you guys want me to do a singles video, because I was thinking about it, but I'm just like, it's kind of personal, but I don't mind sharing tips, you know, and things that I've done to help myself throughout this journey so far. I don't mind sharing them with you if you guys are really interested. I know there's tons of videos out there, but everybody's life and everybody's journey is different. So I'm thinking that I can add a little something to you guys. So just let me know in the comment section. Okay, so the fourth step to coming out of your settling era is to focus on your goals. You want to sit and really think about what it is that you want out of life. And by doing that, you're going to see that you settling is not going to help you get to where it is that you want to go. You know what I mean? So if you're in a situation where you're not happy, you're not fulfilled, you're not getting the things that you want currently out of life, the more that you keep living and going through those cycles, it's just going to keep giving you the same outcome. So by you writing down your goals and figuring out what you want out of life, it's only going to help you focus on that, so that way you can do the things to get to where you want to get to, if that makes sense. Like, there's times when I have made goals and I have reached certain goals, but there's also times where I have forgot about other goals and kind of left them on the wayside, and then had to think to myself like, wait, hold on, like, wasn't I supposed to be doing this? So by me looking back has really like shifted the gears again, like, okay, this is the track that you're supposed to be on. Have tunnel vision, don't get distracted, in that way I'm telling you, you will feel so much better and you will feel so much more excited as well. Because what I find also is that when you're settling, you can really feel like you're in a funk and you start to feel kind of low. But by focusing on your goals and what you want out of life, it really gives you that excitement again that only you can provide yourself with. And the final tip that I have, final step that I have, and I say step because I feel like this is the order I did it in, and this is the way that it was easier for me to kind of realize that I was getting it in check. But you can, of course, do it any step that you want, just take whatever you want from it. But this has been like my most recent step that I have found to really just keep it in motion, like, really just like fine tune it and like show me that this is, you're on the right path, girl. You got it. So this step is to find an outlet, whether it be God, strengthening your relationship with, you know, God, any spirituality, anything that you are interested in or anything you're into, anything you believe in. Definitely make that become a focal point in your life. That is going to help you so much. Like, it is really going to help you so much when you feel low, when you feel any type of weird vibes or negative vibes, or even things from people on the outside coming in your ear trying to switch it up, change it up. Even if like that ex, you know, is coming back into your life trying to tell you like, no, I'll do better, I'll do better. No. Okay. You can also find an outlet in a friend, a very close friend to you, very close family member, a therapist as well. Therapy is very important in my opinion. I feel like it's a way for you to have an unbiased opinion and unbiased advice as well. And there's so many different ways that you can go about finding therapy. Now they have virtual therapy, so you don't even have to like sit in anyone's face or go anywhere, leave your house if you don't want to. So I personally feel like therapy is very important. It's a really good way to find out more about yourself, like I said, without having people who know you kind of give you their opinion and their advice and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And these people, this is what they're paid to do. So I personally feel like that helps a little bit as well, because it gives a motivation of professionalism, if that makes sense. It pretty much keeps it professional, and that way you know there's no emotions involved, because sometimes that can sway things as well. So you guys, that concludes this video. Those were my 5 steps or tips, whatever way you want to put it, for coming out of your settling era. These are things that have really been helpful for me, and it's like over time I really sat and thought about these things on my way to work, in the car, driving from running my errands, driving from solo dates, things like that. I have sat and thought about these things to put them together in a video. They would just pop up in my head, and I'm like, you know what? I should really create a video. So hopefully you guys found something that could help you in your personal journey. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. I post daily on my stories there, and I'm trying to get in the habit of posting content over there as well. I'm going to start doing the more fluff content I was talking about earlier. And I think on my channel is where I'm going to actually do the substance types of videos. So yeah, as usual, I'm sending so much love your way, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.